Jai Sai Ram. Sri Sai Satcharitra, Chapter 40, Part 1. Attending Mr. Dio's Udyapan ceremony as a sannyasi with two others, Trio, and Hemaband's house in the form of his picture. In this chapter, we give two stories. How Baba attended the Udyapan ceremony of Mr. B.V. Dio's mother at his house at Dahanu, and how Baba attended the Shimoga dinner party in Hemaband's house at Bandra. Preliminary. Blessed is Sri Sai Samarth, who gives instructions in both temporal and spiritual matters to his devotees and makes them happy by enabling them to achieve the goal of their life. Sai, he who when places his hand on their heads, transfers his powers to them, and thus, destroying the sense of differentiation, makes them attain the unattainable thing. He who embraces the Bhaktas, who prostrate themselves before him with no sense of duality or difference. He becomes one with the Bhaktas as the sea with rivers when they meet it in the rainy seasons and gives them his power and position. It follows from that the he who sings the Leelas and God's Bakthas is equally or more dear to him than one who sings the Leelas of God only. Now, to revert to the stories of this chapter, Mrs. Dio's Udyapan ceremony. Mr. B.V. Dio was a Mamlatar at Dahnu, Tanas district. His mother had observed 25 or 30 different vows, and a Udyaban concluding ceremony in connection therewith was to be performed. This ceremony included the feeding of 100 to 200 Brahmins. Mr. Dio fixed a date for the ceremony and wrote a letter to Babu Sahib Jog asking him to request Sai Baba on his behalf to attend the dinner of the ceremony, as without his attendance the ceremony would not be duly completed. Babu Sahib Jog read out the letter to Baba. Baba noted carefully the pure hearted invitation and said, I always think of him who remembers me. I require no conveyance, carriage, tanga, nor train, no aeroplane. I run and manifest myself to him who lovingly calls me. Write to him a pleasing reply that three of us, the trio, myself, yourself, and a third, will go and attend it. Mr. Jog informed Mr. Dio of what Baba said. The latter was much pleased, but he knew that Baba never went to any place except Rahata, Rui, or Nimogan in person. He also thought that nothing was impossible for Baba, as he was all pervading, and that he might suddenly come in any form he likes and fulfill his words. After a few days before this, a sannyasi with Bengali dress and profession, professing to work for the cause of the protection of the cows, came to the station master at Dahanu to collect subscriptions. The latter told him to go into the town and see the Mamladar, Mr. Dio, and with his help collect funds. Just then the Mamladar happened to come there. The station master then introduced the sannyasi to him. Both sat talking on the platform. Mr. Dio told him that a subscription list for some other charitable cause has already been opened by the leading citizen Rao Sahib Narottam Shetty. And so it was not good to start another subscription list, and that it would be better if he would visit the place after 2 or 4 months. Hearing this, the sannyasi left the place. About a month afterwards, the sannyasi came in a tonga and stopped in front of Dio's house, and about 10 a.m. Dio thought that he had come for the subscriptions. Seeing him busy with the preparations of the ceremony, the sannyasi said that he had come not for money but for meals. Dio said, All right, very glad you are welcome. The house is yours. The sannyasi said, Two lads are with me. Dio, well, come with them. As there was time, For dinner, Dio inquired whether he should send for them. He said that it was not necessary, as he would come himself at the appointed time. Dio asked him to come at noon. Exactly at 12 noon, the trio came and joined the dinner party, and after feeding themselves, went away. After the ceremony was finished, Dio wrote a letter to Babu Sahib Jog complaining of Baba's breach of promise. Jog went to Baba with the letter, but before it was opened, Baba spoke. Ah, he says that I promised him to come, but deceived him. Inform him that I did attend his dinner with two others, but he failed to recognize me. Then why did he call me at all? Tell him that he thought that the sannyasi came to ask for subscription money. Did I not remove his doubt in that respect? And did I not say that I would come with the two others? And did I not come with the other two people and take their meals? See, to keep my words, I would sacrifice my life. I would never be untrue to my words. This reply gladdened Jog's heart, and he communicated the whole of the reply to Dio. As soon as he read it, he burst into tears of joy, but he took himself to task mentally for vainly blaming Baba. He wondered how he was deceived by the sannyasi's prior visit and is coming to him for subscriptions. How he also failed to catch the significance of the sannyasi's words that he would come with two others for meals. This story clearly shows that when the devotees surrender themselves completely to their Sadguru,